All right, I'm expanding my strawberry patch, and I want to show you how I do it without spending any money. Come join me in the chaos. So the best way to do this is to start off with some strawberry plants. And so if you don't, hopefully you know somebody that has some strawberry plants that's willing to give you some strawberry plants. So let me show you the basic idea. So all these strawberry plants have already fruited. And while they're fruiting and after they fruit, you'll notice they'll do this. They have all these runners. All these runners will start shooting out in every direction. And some of them will produce more than others. And I've kind of been experimenting to see if I can make them produce more runners. And I've noticed that when I put down fresh mulch, freshly broken down mulch, so this is like composted mulch that I have a few different drop points for local arborists to drop off mulch. And I just tell them, hey, if you ever go by and you see the pile low, go ahead and top it off. And so I have 3 different piles of different stages of decomposition. And then once the piles are fairly composted, those nutrients are more bioavailable, they're more ready for plants to absorb. And so I like to put those down. Anyway, so here's my main strawberry patch from last year. Or I should say I started it last year, only had a couple plants, but it has a bunch of runners that came off. I had a lot of people telling me, oh, you need to snip those off so the plants can be stronger, things like that. Of course, I didn't listen because I wanted to see what happened. And sure enough, my intuition was correct. Those runners all turned into new really strong plants. I left them connected until they disconnected themselves. Some people say you're supposed to snip them off, but I didn't do that. And I'm glad I didn't, because they're done producing. These are June-bearing strawberries, so they only produce in the early spring. And then once they're done, the rest of the year, they become vegetative, which just means they grow leaves, more energy. And then finally, they want to reproduce still, even though they're not fruiting. They have 2 different methods of reproduction. So all plants do this. They produce seeds. Some plants not only produce seeds, but they'll reproduce asexually, which means they reproduce without making seeds or flowers. And a lot of them will do that with like runners or rhizomes or a number of different things. These guys will put off these runners. So if you can see these, this is like a double or even a triple runner. I buried part of the stem. The better contact you have here, the better rooting you have. Yeah, that one's already rooted in. That's awesome. But what'll happen initially is you'll see these little root nodules that form on the bottom of those. And what I like to do is just kind of make a little spot for them. Sorry, I'm getting a cold or something. Try not to sniffle in the microphone. And you'll, when I have 2 hands, it's a little easier. But I'll dig a little hole, get a little below the mulch, and then I'll put a handful of mulch on this part of the runner just to weigh it down. And then that way it'll keep that part where those roots are developing close to the soil, and they'll root in nice and strongly and start harvesting their own nutrients, which will feed that runner, and it'll just keep going. I mean, I've got 4 or 5 new plants off of one single runner before. So I kind of have a race going on here. Multiple runners coming out of this main patch. And then I put down this entire area right here. So the way I did this is it's right onto my lawn. I didn't rototill it. I didn't dig it up. I just basically put down cardboard. So I know some people aren't going to like that. But that's, no offense, but that's tough. Just kidding, sort of. So I get Chewy boxes delivered for my dog food. And so I end up with boxes, Amazon boxes, things like that. And what I'll do is I'll line the grass, and I'm not the one, I didn't invent this, but it's called sheet mulching. And so I line the area with cardboard boxes, and then on top of that I put this freshly composted, oldly composted, mostly composted is probably a better word, mulch on the top of that, and then you just kind of water it in. And so what's going to end up happening is that's going to, of course, kill the grass underneath it and produce a really fertile bed with no competition for these little strawberry runners to kind of set in. And then you can end up colonizing the whole bed with strawberries. One of the reasons that's so successful is because I inoculate with mycelium. So I have what's called wine cap mycelium. And if you're worried about ink and microplastics and things like that that might be in the cardboard, different myceliums, such as wine cap mycelium, they're able to break down microplastics and inks, and they digest those. And then the bacteria can continue digesting those products into carbon dioxide, which is just harmless. So if you're worried about microplastics, if you're worried about inks that might be in your cardboard, just inoculate with wine cap mycelium, and it's known to break down those chemicals. So, easy way to expand that strawberry patch. Runners come off, don't snip them off, just lead them. Like if they're going the wrong direction, you can kind of grab them and move them and head them in the right direction so that they're just kind of racing across your bed, just to expand it. And then if you have some that are completely going the wrong direction, like on the other side I do have some going the wrong direction, I just lead them onto the grass or wherever, and once they root in, once they set up some nice roots, then of course you can snip them off and then move them over somewhere that makes more sense, or just give them away or whatever you got. I have a neighbor that really wants some of these, since whatever this variety is, it's really adapted for Missouri and it just thrives, and so I'll probably be giving some of those out as well. Thanks for joining me in the chaos.
Come join me in the chaos where the wild things grow, embracing nature's rhythm, letting seeds we sow. In the sun we'll toil with dirt between our toes, God's rules for plants only Father Adam knows. Come join me in the chaos, chaos gardening where the wildflowers bloom, letting nature take the lead in this beautiful commune. Come join me in the chaos where the food forest thrives, in the joy of growing our hearts come alive, embracing the mess when nature takes control. Come join me in the chaos, let the bounty unfold. Come join me in the chaos where the veggies are ripe, watching the magic as plants come to life. In the chaos we find peace as the garden sings, natural selection and work as nature brings. Come join me in the chaos, let the bounty unfold. Letting go of control in the symphony of greed. Come join me in the chaos where the food forest thrives, in the joy of growing our hearts come alive, embracing the mess where nature takes control. Come join me in the chaos, let the garden unfold. Come join me in the chaos where the food forest thrives, in the joy of growing our hearts come alive, embracing the mess where nature takes control. Come join me in the chaos, let the garden unfold. Come join me in the chaos where the food forest thrives, in the joy of growing our hearts come alive, embracing the mess where nature takes control. Come join me in the chaos, let the garden unfold. Let the garden unfold. Come join me in the chaos where the food forest thrives, in the joy of growing our hearts come alive, embracing the mess where nature takes control. Come join me in the chaos, let the garden unfold. Come join me in the chaos.